Hi, I'm Robert Osborne. Tonight we're spending time with our Star of the Month, Janet Leigh, specifically showing films that Janet made in the mid-50s when she was under contract to the MGM Studios, the company that used to boast that it had more stars than there are in heaven. And that was no lie. MGM did have a mightier list of stars under contract than any other in Hollywood. Although as the 50s rolled on, all that was beginning to end. By the end of the 50s, most of the stars the studio boasted about were gone. Gable was gone, Tracy was gone, Greer Garson, Lana Turner, Esther Williams, Jane Powell, Katharine Hepburn, William Powell, all gone. But our next film, which was made in 1951, features many of the stars that were MGM staples at that time. It's an anthology film with many MGM stars in it and a few outsiders populating the cast. The film is called It's a Big Country, and it stars Gary Cooper, Gene Kelly, Van Johnson, Frederick March, Janet Leigh, William Powell, Ethel Barrymore, just for starters. There's also James Whitmore, Marjorie Main, there's Keenan Wynn, George Murphy, and Nancy Davis, before she became better known as Nancy Reagan of the White House. Now, the movie is made up of 8 separate episodes, each showing a different aspect of American life. The movie was the brainchild of MGM's new production boss, Dory Sherry, who wanted to do some flag waving because of all the bad things going on in the U.S. at that time. Fears about Russia, the possibilities of communism getting a foothold here in the U.S., and all those troubles in Korea and the U.S. involvement there. So Sherry came up with the idea of doing a movie which would look at many different aspects of American life through the telling of several short stories. A flag waver, admittedly, but never have you seen so many stars carrying those American flags. Janet Leigh is involved in a segment in which she's the oldest daughter of a Hungarian immigrant father, played by Essi Zakal. And he's a man who has very strict rules about who can date his daughters. And one he doesn't like is Gene Kelly. From MGM in 1951, we're bringing you a rarely seen and rarely shown film called It's a Big Country.